Okay, so for class today, our assignment's going to be all on the computer. We've been working on introducing trigonometry, and trigonometry is based all on similar triangles. So we're going to create some similar triangles that we'll be able to use in class later this week. You're going to go to www.geogebra.org. You can see it spelled here and here. You can just go to Google and search for GeoGebra. It'll come up. You get this starting screen, select geometry under the new math apps, and you get this online tool for drawing geometry figures. And we're going to draw a triangle. Now, I'm going to do a triangle, and you're going to do one that's very similar, but not the exact same. But over here are our tools for what we're going to draw. And you're going to start by drawing a segment. So I select segment, and I can click two places on the screen. I get point A and B. You do the same thing. And then we're going to create some specific angles to use. So I'm going to go over here, select more tools, and go down to an angle with a given size. And this is where our drawings are going to be different. I'm going to create a 35-degree angle. You are going to create a 30-degree angle. Now, either way, I'm going to select the angle. I'm going to come over here. I'm going to click on two of these points. I'm going to start with B, then click on A, and ask me how big I want the angle to be. I'm going to put 35 for mine. You're going to make your angle 30 degrees. What will happen is a point pops up over here that stays at 35 degrees off of this line from point A. In other words, if I move this, the angle right here is going to stay 35 degrees. And we're going to actually connect that so we can see it, and we'll make a triangle using this 35-degree angle. So I'm going to draw a line here, which we're going to make go away. And then I want another to create a 90-degree angle here. Let's do that. The easiest way to do it is to make a perpendicular line. So I go under the construct tools, perpendicular line. I'm going to select segment AB, and then bring the segment over to point B and select that. And now I have basically the basic idea behind my triangle. We're going to clean this up. And yours should look basically the same, except this will say 30 degrees. Now to make this a triangle, I'm going to get rid of all these extra lines sticking on the sides, and I need to put a point here where these two touch. So under the tools, select point, and click right where those two lines are touching each other. And then we're going to get rid of all this extra stuff that we don't need in the picture. We're going to go select the arrow tool. It says move. And we don't want to delete these. We want to make them invisible. So what we do is we select the things we don't want to see anymore, like this point B prime here. I'm going to click on that, and this little menu comes up. The three dots are more options. If you select that and go to settings, and just uncheck the box that says show object, and it'll disappear, but the computer will still keep track of that. We're going to do the same thing for these two lines that are sticking out, so we don't have all this extra stuff sticking out. Click on this one and check show this object. So now I'm down to just the 3 points I want, and I want to make it a polygon, especially a shape. We're going to do it with a triangle. So I'm going to click the points A, B, C, and then back to point A. And now I've created a triangle that's going to keep that 35-degree angle over here and the 90-degree angle over here. In fact, we want it to show this angle. So I'm going to go down to the measurement, and I want to measure this angle. I can click on point A, then point B, then point C. It says it's 90 degrees. If yours does not come out to 90, you probably have to go back and start over to get that. And then we're going to do the same thing to find point C up here. Click on B, then C, then A. Now for me, that comes out to a 55-degree angle. For you, since you made this first angle, you made it 30 degrees, this new one should be 60. That way your angles add to 180. I can make this triangle bigger or smaller, same as you, except it's going to keep all the angle measures. So this triangle is going to end up being the same shape. Even if I make it a different size, it'll stay the same shape. For trigonometry, we want to compare the measures of the sides. So we need to know how long these three sides are. So I'm going to go down to the measurement tools again, and I'm going to measure distance or length. And I can just click on each of the three sides, and the lengths of the sides show up. So we're mostly done with this already. But we want to, if you remember, if you were in class Friday, we were dividing the lengths of the sides and seeing that no matter what happened, we always got the same numbers. For example, what I mean is, if I make my triangle this size and I want to test this, I can pull up a calculator. And if you don't have a regular calculator, you can, if you have one on the computer, use that. If not, you can go to Desmos or Google. If you go to Google, just type in a math problem, it becomes a calculator. But the whole point of this is I have a long leg here on the bottom, short leg, and the hypotenuse. And here I'm going to divide the short leg by the hypotenuse. We did this in class on Friday with triangles that we drew on paper. I'm going to do 3.7 divided by that's the short leg, divided by the hypotenuse, 6.5. And before I hit equals, I should get the same measure as we did in class on Friday for the short leg divided by the hypotenuse when I have these angles. It should turn out to be 0.57. Here I get 0.569, which would round to 0.57. We can do that for each of these sides, and I'm going to record them. There's three measures you're going to keep track of. We want the short leg divided by the hypotenuse, the long leg divided by the hypotenuse, and the short leg divided by the long leg. You can record these on a sheet of paper or on a Google Doc if you like, but you can also just type it straight in here. If you, under the media tool at the bottom of the toolbar here, one of them says text. I can just select that and click somewhere on the screen. I can type in whatever I want to just keep here. I want to keep track of my numbers. In this case, I did the short leg divided by the hypotenuse. Nothing showed up there. There we go. And for me, that turned out to be 0.57. Okay, and it just shows up on the screen. So I got a recording of what this leg divided by this leg is. The significance of this is if I change my triangle, if I go, oops, if I make my triangle bigger or smaller, and now I got 4.4 and 7.6. If I divide those, I'm still going to get this number. So no matter how big or small I make the triangle, since these angles are locked, this is what I'm going to get. And that's what you're going to have to record. For your triangle, you'll have a different number when you put in your 30 degree, 90 degree, and 60 degree angle. But we're going to keep track of three sets of numbers. The short leg divided by the hypotenuse. We're also going to do the long leg divided by the hypotenuse. And I do that. When I do the long leg divided by the hypotenuse, I get 0.81. And finally, the last one is going to be the short leg divided by the long leg. And if I do that with this triangle, I get 0.70. Again, you're going to get different numbers because you have different angles. But if you make a triangle larger or smaller, you should continue to get the same numbers for the angles that you have in your triangle. So your assignment is to do this exact same thing, except do this with a 30 degree, 90 degree, and 60 degree. And again, sorry, I did it twice, with 20, 90, and 70 degree angles. So you are making two sets of triangles, one with 30, 90, and 60, one with 20, 90, and 70. And you're going to show me this construction in class, assuming that we'll meet on Tuesday. So you're going to make two constructions here. Now you can, to save your construction, you can just leave it open and leave the tab open. Or if you go over here, you can save this. You can sign in. I'm signed in via Google. You don't have to create a new account. You can save it through your Google account. Okay, that's it. That's your assignment. Bring me those two triangles, complete with these records of what you get when you divide the certain sides. Short leg divided by hypotenuse, long leg divided by hypotenuse, short leg divided by long leg. That's your assignment.